Log coming through.
Caroline, do you have a funny? I have never seen a flower girl. There we Good girl, Carol. You smile too, honey. On the little one. Don't you do it now? Okay, Lulu. Yeah.
Good job, Caroline.
Lulu, come see Mama. Pick him up. We see you. Come see Mommy. Let's go. Here we go. There you go. Okay, Lulu.
Pick him up, put him back in. Good thing is we're not on a tight time schedule.
Stand right there, baby.
He still has her bag.
Tears and laughter. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Walk these mountains in the rain. Learn to love the wind. Get up before the sunrise. Watch the day begin. Always knew I'd find you, though I never knew how. Like sunshine on a cloudy day, stand before me now. So give yourself to love. If love is what you're after, open up your hearts to love, tears and laughter. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Love is born in fire. It's planted like a seed. Love can't give you everything, but gives you what you need. Love comes when you're ready. Love's when you're afraid. We'll be your greatest teacher, the best friend you have made.
So,
Give yourself to love.
you know it, sing it.
Love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love.
So my dad and I sometimes call or email to say, go outside and look at the moon and Jupiter, how close they are together. Earlier this week, he sent me an article talking about a celestial event happening this weekend. It turns out that tonight, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury are going to form the tightest group of 3 planets together that we'll see until 2026. So while I would be excited by this, under any circumstances, my first thought was, awesome! I get to stand up here and say that this marriage is truly meant to be, because Emily and Ian, the planets tonight are aligned for you. So along with the planets, we're gathered here today to celebrate Emily and Ian and the life that they're about to share together. But before we get started, I just want to ask if there's anyone who has any reason why these two should not be joined. Stand up. Anyone? Nope. All right, you know what? No, sit down. Sit down. It's too late. As you all probably know, Emily and Ian are actually already married. And by now you've also met Sprout. So they're married and they have a baby. So if you're wondering... So why have a wedding now? Why are we all here? And really the reason is because we're all here to have this wedding. Emily and Ian's family and friends have always been very, very important to them. And the fact that all of you came here to this beautiful retreat on this weekend to spend time with them shows how much you care about them and your support and your love for them. They wanted this opportunity to bring everyone together, the people who have made such a difference in their lives. Not only to receive your support, but to show you how important you are to them and how appreciative they are of everything that you have done for them. They want to share their happiness, their future, and just playing good times with everybody. And in a fun way that only they could have come up with. So they do this for you, and I hope that each one of you knows how much everything that you've done truly means to them. For my part, I was extremely honored and moved that Emily and Ian asked me to officiate at their ceremony. They've been among my best friends for almost 14 years now, and I've known them as long, and Emily a little bit longer than they've actually known each other. As much as I would love to, it would be impossible to actually go through each of their lives in detail and their life stories and talk about the many amazing qualities that each of them has. And besides, I know that you all know that, or you wouldn't be here on this weekend. So I'll just cover a few things, and hope you forgive me that it's not an exhaustive account. So I met Emily in 1999 when we were freshmen in Donner. There's some more Donnerites out there. And we became great friends, and we roomed together for the next 3 years at Stanford. The summer after our freshman year, Emily went to a sophomore college class called Geology of the California Coastal Ranges and met a budding young geologist, Ian. And we all became friends way back then, and we quickly learned that Ian and I had a lot of interests in common that Emily didn't necessarily share, like Rammstein and Aerosmith, Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries, and most of all, Lord of the Rings. I don't remember how many times we went to see Lord of the Rings in the theater. So though we have a lot of those same similarities today, I think what we have most in common today is a love for Emily. So a sweeter, more genuine, selfless friend than Emily you could never find. Anyone who was in college with Emily will remember cookie nights, where Emily would sit on the floor in our room, mixing up batches and batches of cookies, have lots of friends over, and then everyone would just share in the deliciousness and fun and good times. And I was always amazed at Emily's baking stamina. These cookie nights became legendary among all of her friends. We also had a competition going on in our room. I, of course, had my big Texas flag on the wall, so she felt compelled to put up a map of Idaho. And being from Idaho, she was a huge fan of the cold. So she would sleep in a t-shirt and shorts and a sheet next to the open window in our room, where I was on the other side of the room in pants and a long sleeve shirt, huddling under my down comforter. But it worked. We made it work. We had a fish named Lancelot. We had a plant named Egg. We had frogs, and you still have Egg. Egg is still alive. We always had goodnight music, and we had a lot of happy memories. And after college, we stayed really close friends, visiting each other as often as we could, talking on the phone even more, and sharing the adventures of our lives, the trials and tribulations of graduate school, going line dancing, going to Lyle Lovett concerts. A lot of people in the audience went to that Lyle Lovett concert. and sending postcards of our travels. I think Emily can document her world travels on my refrigerator because all of her postcards are still up there. From Nova Scotia and France in North America, where she had pink hair, to the Falkland Islands, to Tonga, to China, to pretty much all over the world. And whenever she would come to visit me, she always brought some furry friends or fuzzies along. So anyone who knows Emily knows that her pets are as much a part of her as her own skin. And it didn't surprise anyone that Emily had her dog Yogi in her official law school photo. So Emily is truly unique, as I'm sure all of you know and understand. But more than that, I've always been amazed by her compassion and her caring and her friendship. In early 2009, I had a weird cheek surgery, and she dropped everything and came to take care of me that weekend, washing my hair in the sink because I couldn't take a shower, and watching lots of episodes of West Wing, and eating a lot of mashed potatoes and chocolate cake, and some frozen peas, I'm sure, were in there too. And that summer, Emily and I went camping on the 4th of July to Echo Lake in Tahoe, and we talked a lot about our friends from Stanford, and we wondered what had become of our friend Ian, because we had lost track of him somewhere along our senior year in college. And it was not long after that I was sitting in the airport in Monterey, and Emily called me and said that she had Google stalked Ian. And she had found a press release that Marty had written talking about Ian's graduation, and that he was working at a geology company in Reno. And she called the front desk and got his number, and was saying she was going to call him out of the blue. And I thought this was an awesome idea, and I was like, you should totally go for that. And she did. She called him, and she picked up the phone, called him, and this field geologist, who was never in his office, happened to be there that day, picked up the phone, and Emily said, "Hi, this is Emily from Stanford. Do you remember me?" And he said, "Of course." So, how did you get this number? How did you get this number? So they went camping. They met up and went camping in the same place that Emily and I had gone, and the rest is history. So, so she came back from that trip, from their camping trip, all bubbly and excited. And I have to say that from the very beginning, I've been really thrilled at this relationship. It's really crystal clear to me how much you all care about each other, and how much Ian truly loves my friend. Whether he's sending kissy-face text messages, which he did a lot of, loving her animals, which is definitely a must, and they fell in love with you too. Going camping and kayaking, taking her to Tajikistan, doing geology expeditions there, or the best yet, catching their baby the day she was born, and being the first one to find out whether Sprout was a boy or a girl. So this is truly a man in love with a woman, and I'm really excited for both of you to see you all, in this relationship. And also, it's very clear to me also how much Emily loves you back. And who wouldn't love a guy who gets a customized license plate frame that says "Reunite Gondwanaland"?
Really? Yes.
In all seriousness, Emily and Ian, I feel privileged to have spent time with you as you have grown together in your relationship, watching it grow, and watching it with the newest member of your family. I've seen the looks on your faces when you look at Sprout from day one, the first day that you even saw her. I know that gives me confidence that you'll be awesome parents, phenomenal parents, and that you have so much love in your hearts, both for each other and for her. So I think it's going to be a great family, a great relationship, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So today we all celebrate our love and friendship for Emily and Ian. And neither of them is perfect, but they're perfect for each other. And I know you'll all join me in supporting them throughout their life together. And now Emily and Ian have prepared their vows that they will share together. I'm going to hold your...
We have one copy. Okay. I promise to make sure we have lots of adventures together.
And I promise to make sure we eat good food along the way.
I promise to admit when I'm wrong.
I promise to give you more kisses than you can handle.
I promise to support you in all your endeavors.
I promise to shelter you in all kinds of weather.
I promise to love and cherish you.
I promise to make sure we're friends forever.
I promise to give you endless snuggles.
I promise to make you lots of banana cream pies.
I promise that we'll work together through the hard times.
And I promise to be there for you and for our family.
I promise to put our marriage first.
I promise to make sure we try new things and keep life interesting.
I promise to take you as you are.
And I promise to love you when times are hard.
And I promise to remember and follow these vows.
And I promise to make sure we renew these vows every year.
Okay, so do you, Emily, take Ian to be your husband?
I do.
Ian, you can give her the ring. Do you, Ian, take Emily to be your wife?
I do.
I now pronounce you still husband and wife. And Ian, the part you've been waiting for, you may kiss the bride. My honor and privilege to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Ian and Emily Thompson.
Have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage. Against marriage. Country. And they will say it's elementary. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Ian and Emily plus little Elsie. From now on they are the Thompson family. They're stuck together. You can't have one, that would be dumb. You can't have one without the other.
Thank you, everyone. We can all transition now. Keep our chairs down there and get ready for dinner. And then you can join us for some square dancing afterwards. Thank you so much for coming.